Okay, I'm trying to set this thing up. It's 11:14 in the morning, Wednesday, September 8, 2021. Now it's too much. But whatever. You gotta just let it go. You gotta stay in. Okay, now the sun's coming out. I was just about to say, it was so sunny. And then I got out of the house and it's very humid. Not bad at all. And it's just crazy, As soon as the summer ended, then we got some sun. But I was coming from from the beach last night. It was like around 7. I look at the watch, and I took a picture of two of the drones spraying us. The camp. Well, whatever. There's nothing you can do, I guess, when the sheeple are willing to, thing. And I heard it's cloudy everywhere. I've been like, rain and cloudy every freaking day. Everywhere in the continent. Quack, quack, quack. Oh, God. It was so nice to spend the whole day at the beach. It's like, and then I lie back on some of the rocks. It was it's more comfortable than any other chair, I guess. It's like really like supported my back. Oh. I ate too much though. It's like just bullshit, What I ate. I think it was just 2 bagels. It was 3. I had another one in the evening. And I before I got on the, I didn't take the bus actually. I walked. I guess I walked the whole thing from Mott Avenue, 13th Street Beach, to 116. Like in the evening, it's hard for them to have any everything bagel. Have plain bagel. But I found one, and I said, I'm gonna eat it on 116 because they had a beautiful, I don't know what it is. It's like a fence, and then you can look at the city. Should I say the city? And you can see the sunset. So, I got to 116. Even before, I asked how much is small coffee. 125. For what? They improved the damn coffee. It's nasty. It's basically all it is. It's like burnt garbanzo beans. I don't know if it's true. I mean, I've been hearing that for a long time. That they put garbanzo beans. Garbanzo beans are great, but I don't know if burnt. I don't think they got nutritional value because it's burnt. They give it the color. So I went to like two more on that side, Rockaway Beach Boulevard. Um, and then I asked the one right at the bus stop, saying shit. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not paying another quarter. The same thing with the bagels, like, 175. Like, why 175? They're freaking great. I usually refuse to pay. Hey, fuck it. And then I look across the bus stop across the street. Actually, there's across the street and there's I think an avenue. I never know the name of that thing. And it's a, I forgot what it said, like, groceries, not grocery, whatever, like food stuff or something like that. This is next to the gas station. I thought about over there. I'm willing to pay more because they usually better quality coffee. I mean, at least it tastes like better coffee. I was this gentleman, I make a fresh cup. Okay, great. At least it's fresh, It's like dollar pizza. It's only great as soon as you come out of the oven. 2 minutes later, it's like, what the fuck is it? So, yeah, it was $1 over there across. It was $1. Like, I hope they never find out, otherwise they're gonna go and talk to them. Why are you giving $1? It's like everybody on code, $1.25 and $1.75 for a bagel. Right? I started talking. The guy's eyes, they were open, like, but he told me at the end that, he's happy that, that he's American, whatever the hell. I told him, as you wish. I told him about, dozens of, little Africa towns, like in Chinatown, and how they all got burned down. Because of, they needed customers. So they lost their best customers ever. So they wasn't gonna take that, just like that. So, I mean, I don't condone this shit, I mean, like, killing people. But as women, we gotta know that we are taking, the livelihood of our men. Even professors at university, we are going after them by going like, oh, me too, me too. gotta wonder why Nipsey talk about that, about like to women of women about like that, you know. There's always a cause and effect, but we don't like. Oh no, now it is forbidden. It is forbidden. Like, I was like, I realized, you know, it was like everywhere, everywhere now. Opportunity missed. That was pandemic. You know, in the 80s, they used to start bitch, 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 bitch. But why? Why it became a pandemic of the B word? Yeah, yes, right. Because they found out a lot of shit about and it's always the last place anybody look into. Always. It's because we've been, especially in Latin America, like, oh God. You want to find out, you know, anything about your problems, look at anywhere but your mom. She's sane. Maybe like the first day in kindergarten or preschool, whatever they call it, I don't know. Like, mother is the most greatest shit ever, ever. Of course, the crackers, they knew that. They found that out, and they went right for the jugular. But now it's just all like, you know, oh no, this is like unacceptable. So depressing. I'll try to show you. It was sunny, sunny, sunny yesterday, the whole day. There was not a cloud. That's why I didn't even come here. I was like, shit, go straight to the beach. It took me forever because there was no Rockaway trains. You know, once I was over there in Rockaway Boulevard, you know, whatever, waiting for the other 8 train. That shit never came. You know, so yeah, I don't know if you saw it. It was this, you know, African American couple like in their 40s, maybe 50s. You know, I don't know. Both in a scooter. How romantic. They're both killing themselves. And right. No, bitch. Like, that would be the last thing. The last thing. From sitting my ass on one of those wheelchairs. That's not for me. I'm like, come on. And to get back out of those wheelchairs, the muscles they deteriorate. When I was dying in the hospital for 3 months, I had to learn to walk again. I couldn't even sit down. I didn't even know this shit. It was like. I remember I tried to sit down, to sit back from the bed. And it was like this pain. Wow. It was holding me. It was holding me, It was like about 40 pounds, I don't know. I think it was just like a minute, but it felt like a lot. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. I was just so happy. I don't know about what. Coming back. It's like I went somewhere and came back. I went to this place. It was so peaceful. Later I read this actor. He's so crazy as fuck, like all of them are, So he lost like 120 pounds or some shit for some movie role. He was gonna be like a dope head or some shit, I don't know. And he talked about it. He talked about it, going to this peaceful place. Dr. Sebi used to talk about it. Both fasting and that's it. You're just peaceful. You don't engage in this bullshit. You don't engage, just peaceful. That's what I thought. It was like, I'm gone. I mean, I don't remember thinking a lot, It's like the brain got so weak, I don't know. I don't remember a lot. I remember they never left me alone. My family is the best. Caretakers. Caretakers at the best. If you survive, and they're like, man, just fuck off. And they wish you to die. I'm like, we're probably just crazy. You save your fucking life only to, Won't take no loss. Won't take days off. We go so hard until we fall. I just wanted to ask him, why you fucking save my life for? You hate me so much. It's not easy to be around without a family, It's just that they're Christians. You gotta save, no matter what. You gotta save. Save for what? A couple of years later, my aunt Teresa, she called and said, I saw that picture you sent them. Wow. They said you was gone. That was it. They said you was out. And it was like, wow, that shit was. I mean, to know my entire family, they knew about this shit. So my parents knew about this shit, and not even because, my hours was already counted. They say, okay, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Feel like, is there anybody in New York City that You want us to give never, nothing, nothing. I'm like, that shit has been more than a decade. It's like, where is these people made of? What are these people made of that you don't? I mean, like, imagine if I was to be in an elevator or whatever, you know, being the last person messenger. It's like, hold somebody's hand. Help them die. Never. I thought it was. It's like if it was actually in it, because probably the doctor had already said it's like there's no fucking way this bitch is gonna bounce back. I don't know. And I thought about this before, so it's like, it has been so long. And I just cannot believe I'm crying over this shit. Such a long time ago. But, you know, thank God, you know, that told me, you know, once and for all who my family is. Like, it's like, how many people would pay, you know, $10,000 to find out what I found out? It's like, and there's a lot of people, the people who like jump off whatever and, you know, they fuck themselves up, you know. They're kind of like thinking like people gonna remind them, remember whatever, them. People think that they're gonna be like, you know. It's not like that. It's not like that, you know. It's like they cannot wait for you to get born. Like, you know, like we just same cracker mindset, you know, like, you know, I'm gonna take my resources from my inheritance, my like whatever. I never even like, you know, this, I don't exist. I don't exist, you know, there's been inheritance split out. I'm like, I don't even like whatever. Whatever, and like, those are the kind of people don't waste an opportunity to try to convert you to what? That bullshit, satanic shit. Is like, damn, it's not just anybody. I mean, I talked about an elevator, or you know, or being in a whatever, and somebody, you know, start like, you know, that scenario that I get, you know. You feel like, you know, it's freaking responsibility. Like somebody coming in, you know, baby coming in this realm, you know, it's just like, wow, it's just, for me that was momentous. When my baby brother was born, I was already 10 years old. I felt like, you know, everything, and it's just like, it just freaking kicked me in the teeth, because I loved my brother and sister. My baby brother and sister just kicked me in the teeth for that, you know. What they did to them, fucked them up. My older sister married a freaking alcoholic, drunk piece of shit. They're still together. Dysfunctional bullshit. And my baby brother, an alcoholic with like 6 baby mamas, 6 different baby mamas, like, you know, like. And now he graduated from psychology now. It's always the craziest fuckers that they go graduate for that shit, you know. I don't know. I guess God work in mysterious ways or something, but I don't know. I haven't thought about this in years. I don't remember how many years, 6, 7 years. I don't know. It just hit me one day. You know, it's like, especially when my aunt called and she said that, I was like, wow. So it was like God saying, like, you know, no, any desire of delusion that they are like semi decent human beings, banish it out, banish it, because I just can never understand. Like I say, it's not like the elevator, hypothetical elevator. This is like somebody that God said, bitch, you're gonna give birth to this thing, you're gonna carry this shit for 9 months, so you actually become attached, allegedly. And what's happening? These bitches it's the opposite. It's like they're taking a shit. That's how satanic and stupid they are. So that's when really freaking blow your mind, you know, because, you know, just like, wow, if I am able to, you know, to feel like, to be like, you know, the humanity of anybody else in their deathbed, at least in their deathbed. I'm not gonna say like, you know, okay, go to their birthday party, whatever, no, because that's when we get more jealous, right? When somebody's celebrating happiness. But in my deathbed for weeks, you know, and it's just that, you know, maybe she did, I don't know. I'm gonna try to find out, you know, I'm gonna try. My baby sister is the only one who's like, but she's like, she's not religious, she's like, you know, I mean, it just, I just cannot believe that, you know, like, say like, you know, hey, you know, just go hold my hand, you know, bitch, the doctor say you're dying. Is there anything you want to tell us? Anything like, you know? I would have died in 2003. 2002, no, 2002. I would have just died. These bitches would have just talked about me. Whoever the fuck, whatever the fuck they want to talk about me. I'm so glad I made that video. Yeah. And I'm gonna publish it. I'm gonna put it on. Well, it's published on one of the channels. You know, nobody was gonna find it. You know, but no, but I'm gonna leave it there. Somebody might find it in 20 years, 100 years. This is the kind of shit that we don't talk enough about. This is the kind of shit that we need to. Oh yes, thank you. Like this year, I didn't get much color, like other years. I mean, like pigmentation. I don't know why. Maybe I'm too old to do that. I saw some pictures of my dad. I don't know if there was flashlight or something, but he looked lighter. He looked lighter. You know, he told me one time about this dictator we got for 30 years. son of a bitch, was the president of Mexico. And I think I asked him, wow, he looked like a cracker, so he looked like, yeah, because I think I saw a book and, how he started. He actually was, a leftist, populist, and he just turned. He just turned as soon as he saw, he was Eurocentric as fuck. So, yeah, he killed, I don't even know how many millions of indigenous Afro-Mexicans. He was just, and all that is hush hush. Always just talking about, oh, it's just like, he wanted to make Mexico like a branch of France. He was in love with France. So my father said, yeah, I mean, he looked very distinguished, like as, later on. And I was like, that shit stuck into me, how he, he used to dress with those suits that, like French, whatever, military. I don't even know what the fuck that is. So he used to dress like that, and everything, like they ought to have balls and everything, just like photocopy of France. So my father saying like, oh yeah, he looked so distinguished. The same, and I asked my father what he did for to change like that. And my father, I don't know. And my father was like, well, we don't know. He looked very distinguished, very very elegant, very like whatever. Because I mean there was no color pictures, so he looked like, I mean I don't know. They Photoshop everything. I've seen some Zapata, General Emiliano Zapata, his pictures. And he looked like this color, Because otherwise, think about it. The photographers, they wouldn't get no jobs. It's like the phones. If a phone take a picture of really who we are, how we look, that would be like source for that phone company. For that company, that would be like, oh, you know what? Hold on. I think I'm going to Harlem. I'm running low on coconut oil. So especially I don't want to, like last winter, it was scarce. It became scarce. When I go to African Paradise on Malcolm X Boulevard and 127, I think. That shit is like absorbed completely. Look. Eat it up. Eat it up. The other ones is like, it's like you don't absorb it. Over there, it's from Nigeria. It's a beautiful Nigerian family. They're always the family there. I don't know if they got another store. That's a lot of work to keep on. That's a big store. I keep asking him to put like, Instagram, so they'll remember the stores. That we need to be remembered. I'm so glad that my bookseller, from ethnic with a K, ethnicbooks.org, I think, ethnicbooks.org. But you can look him Ethnic Books with a K on Instagram. Now he's putting pictures. And sometimes the books are like, gosh. Yeah, he sells all kinds of books. But the ones that I love that I still have not. Oh my God, I just need to get a routine. Get a routine to read and just, I carry so much bullshit and you just gotta like just let it go and just carry a book. I mean, I don't. It's not even that much. This shit heavy as hell, and I cannot read from the phone or from the tablet. You see, like how Miracle the Bud is over here in the Bronx. See the cane. I even left the cane. You can see that's miraculous, miraculous, but actually let me go check it out if there's anything more. Wow, it is so heavy, and he is tall. I think he's tall. Alright, okay, never mind, whatever. Wow, I didn't know they make them so heavy. Oh, it's not very thin. Yeah, it's tall. They gotta be like. I'm gonna leave it back there. I hope he remembered where he was last night. Or maybe it was a different person. I don't know, because it's rainbow. Let's see if I can take the tag out. Yeah, the tag come out okay. Now people can reuse them. I'm starting at something that costs a lot of paper. I ain't fucking with nothing that don't look like a spaceship. Look, that's the realest shit I ever spoke. Pull up in the shopping center with a centerfold. This is from my neighborhood. So it's from Academy. Yeah. At this point, just take it to the next level. Even that shit, you know, they. You know, niggas think grind is so hard. It's like, I don't know why it's my neighborhood so famous for, but I think they just want to be like, I don't know, like African Americans, they love my neighborhood. Like, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna take it, reuse it. I don't do much cooking, so I have some spices, but I'm like, I mean, very simple cooking, soups and stuff. So I don't know. I'm thinking I have, I don't know what spices I have. No, I'm okay. So there's no birdies. I got the plums, so they don't go up. They got a mysterious life. They go all over the planet, and then they come back over here. Over here, I think it's just they left. I think already because they were they had a lot of babies. They had a lot of baby birds. You know, I mean, I kept hearing during the whole summer, I kept hearing like, pew, 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 pew. And I gotta put in a plastic bag. Oh, yes. Clear out. I gotta go at 5 for my electrolysis. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Oh god. Oh, I forgot the bag. Oh my. I don't even know why the mind took me right there to that hospital bed. Yeah, this is why I agree so much that about the anger, pain, resentment, how like taking poison and expecting others to die from it. I mean, which is a horrible analogy, like but in that sense, I like my parents, especially my mom. The fact that she don't believe that being her child, being her daughter, is a big bump. Why you got quiet? Obviously, they don't believe because we see, I saw that myself. It's like, that's it. She never actually felt that, that, oh, maybe I should change my approach. Yeah. Leo, July 27. So yeah, that's a lot to ask, right? Yeah, this is way too much to ask. But to me, it's just like, well, if that don't make you feel like, no responsibility, but it's just like a life, God's gift, having a child. I never had any regrets. I never had any regrets not having children. Because I knew I was going to be like my mom. I knew I was going to be like my mom. I don't... I have a lot of faith, like other people say, oh yeah, you change, you go to therapy, you go to whatever, you work whatever, I don't know. I don't know. I never trusted myself, like, just that I wasn't gonna be screaming at them and like, I don't know, let's say I would not beat them up. I know, it's like, well, I don't know. If I was very, very young, yeah, probably I did whip them up too. But later on, I mean, like, all the screaming and the accusing and the like, you're like this, you're like that, you're that, the rage, it's like, aside from my dad being an alcoholic and supposedly a gambler, I don't know. There's other, things. So we talk about. So we talk about the many things. It's like buying shit. But I think that I would have I mean, I don't know. I don't imagine myself as a mother. I think you live it. You gotta live it. To be a mother, you gotta live it. You had a good mother, she was somewhat consistent. I know this is not probably easy, I guess. I don't know. It should be a priority to be consistent with your children, Not to have all these multiple personalities. One day you'll come out with a hair, green, whatever. I don't even remember. She did so much bullshit, I mean, if I was to what was your budget? What would your budget be today? She had at least every other week going to the salon and changing her look completely. So supposedly my father should have been the happiest man in the world, right? Having but, I mean, it was just crazy. The 70s. So she would come out one day this, one day like that. Because I wouldn't recognize her. And I hear those conversations even today, Over here with Shika. Oh. It's just, especially a little baby. Little baby must be shocking. To have, to have your mother, come out and it's just not a different haircut, whatever, hair look, whatever. An outfit. It's about just the inconsistency. My mom is just and every now and then, she wanted to be a mom. She wanted to play at being a mom every now and then. I gotta lick the camera. Get too obsessed with it. Oh, the ratio. There we go. Anyway. That was the worst. That was the worst when she wanted to play to being a mom. That shit would freak me out. She wanted to be nice and loving and who's this bitch? She's it really bothered me. Really to this day, it's so hard to accept, affection. Just never had that shit, Yeah, that one was I mean, it's just, I guess I developed some identity already. about just being a mess. I don't know. And now it's like, oh shit, I gotta develop another personality, another identity, whatever. I don't even know. Because now I have a loving, caring mom. For how long? For a week? It's like, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I can't stay away from this. I'm sorry. Can you imagine? Celebrities. My mom was not a celebrity or nothing, and it was hellish, hellish. So now, can you imagine having a celebrity and having hey, this account is so important. You gotta take this. You gotta whether it's commercials or whether it's movie, whatever. And constantly, they're being pumped up. They're being pumped up. This is gonna be the greatest thing. Come to mind like Elizabeth Taylor and Cleopatra. Oh my God, I was like, I wish I had more understanding of the world back then so I could have me a good laugh, This bitch thought she was like, her shit did not even stink, nothing. She was like, and then she signed up for this, mega production, I never seen it, but I read several reviews saying it's a piece of garbage. I don't know if it's true or it's like just because they hated the bitch. She was like drunk. She was like, a typical feminist bullshit that we don't know how to cope with stress. We start popping pills and shit and whatever, and we're a mess. We're a mess because we're not made for that kind of stress. So whatever it was, for all I know, she could have been a drunk all her life. I don't know. She had a nasty personality. That's what I know. Some of the interviews I've seen, she was like Joan Collins, except that she had better PR. Especially all the British ones. Actually, I found out last session that the electrolysis, I call her Grandma Jetta, she's from there. So now she was getting a little bit more comfortable. She's like got like T-Rex, I don't know, whatever. Start cursing out. Oh, sorry. They are like, the ones here, the ones that think they are from here, they're like, it's like every time I get to, eavesdrop or whatever, they are like getting worse and worse and worse as pretending politeness. Even the ones over there, when, if you make an appointment, whatever, sometimes they have Becky. Oh yeah, oh yes. It's like everything is like, it's just so fake. But they're like, they want to continue. They know they have to continue that image from the media. Because it's hard to live it up, especially, now because of the internet, to live it up, the standard that they are so great. the way they are great in the movies and television and whatever, in literature. In literature, it's like always the stars, everything. So yeah, I noticed that they're like, I don't know, I forgot. There's just something they say so much, they repeat it so much, and they're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, kind of like playing servile. So yeah, that movie was good, just because of that. They say that was, I don't know if it's true, but that was one of the biggest financial disasters of life. I mean, like, I think ever since then, it was like they haven't done anything like that anymore. It was like they thought it's like, oh, because they created so much hype, created so much hype around that movie, but I heard that not even that. Nobody went to see it. Nobody went to see it, and I think there's a lot of like publicity stunt, like to say, oh yeah, we lost so much money because we have so much money when we are like whatever. But but it's oh, yeah. But the truth is that nobody went to see it. Nobody went to see it. Oh, and I think it was because of the the media had turned on her. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just the same thing, they do with the, like they punish them when they get like, out of line, and they unleash the National Geographic Inquirer. Same shit. They unleash, the tabloids on them, and then they start like hunting them and whatever, blah blah blah. I remember that, like that happened to Madonna. Like she thought that she had everybody in the bag. She thought she had everybody in the bag. And then she got married to Sean Penn, and it was like, bitch, you are not you know, you're still a whore. You have to keep working. Like doing those things. And she was stupid, and she was like, she tried to. I remember that the the New York Post is like every freaking day when it like, because that's just the way that life is. You forget to kiss one ass. You forget to kiss one ass, and it's like, I think till this day, I think the New York Post is like haters. It's like same thing with Trump. He was just like, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. To start a fight with them. They're relentless. I don't know what that word means, but I guess they use it like that. They are like, forget about it. bitch sold supposedly concerts and t-shirts. I don't know what she sold. But yeah, it is. I mean, it's depressing for once. Depressing for once, you know. Especially like for a Leo. Like Leo, like, you know. Yeah, I remember seeing her, like, because I used to, I mean, that's why they call it the Matrix. She was like, why can they adore me? Like, just think about it, like, she got protested all over the planet. She got protested all over the planet for being, just a cheap whore. She was, I mean, like, she had a, like, very, very satanic agenda from day one. From day one, like, she was so, like, thirsty, for everything. Like, even the belt buckle, boy toy. She wanted not to leave any commercial avenue, to see which one was gonna be the way to go. And it worked. The feminazis, they got like this, like, the fuck, just trying to piss off everybody, not to leave nobody behind. And now it's like, it's beyond pathetic. Beyond pathetic. I mean, the only thing that, people like, I always recognize is just her freaking drive. She got the drive of the devil. Lifting weights. I don't know if it's true. It's like, worked out like 5 hours a day. Yoga, Pilates, weights. She got very scary. She was like always like, she didn't know which way to go. She didn't know which way to go. For a while, she was going diet completely. She was like, and then it was like, I guess they say, well, this is not translating into. Then it was like, next. It's like, there was no freaking, whatever satanic shit she did not approach, S&M, which is, recreating slavery, basically. Is it bombarded every day in the 90s? That's why I was like bouncing off the walls. And imagine every night they have great parties. I mean, like, and it was fun. I gotta say, it was fun. It was like, it was not like today, that with table service and all that bullshit, It was like, I guess that was the way so great, because I mean, like, they really did not cater to anybody. I mean, of course they catered to just a few, you know, like whatever, you know, like to get him in, like Madonna was coming in, like they have to, you know. That bitch was not budging because she's a tiny piece of shit like this, you know. It's like you can step on her and like, oops, nobody found out. Nobody found out. What happened to that bitch? It's like, oh, somebody stepped on it. That's what's left of manhood. Loud engines. So it was like, but other than that, I mean, I remember that I could be like, you know, this is stupid, you know, like, you just sitting on the same room with, you know, really people, you can tell, like, you know, they had a lot of, you know, they bring them from all over the world. They lied to them, I guess. They said it was gonna be, I don't know what the fuck they told these people. To tell you the truth, I don't even know what the fuck they told these people. These people, they came and they spent money like idiots. Like the same people who sell the Brooklyn Bridge every day. I don't know. I mean, like, you know, just this is crazy. You know, like the guys who would meet out. You know, like wow. But it was not. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. But it was not as. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I never remember hearing anybody getting kidnapped. I don't know. Like today. I mean, that was for like the limelight. You know, that was it. That there was like some people will OD and you know it's passing out and just take them out. That was policy. Just take them out so they want them to get sick in there. And we all knew about that. We all knew about that because it was just like that's just the way it is. That was just the way it was. It was like living in New York City, you know. Filthy. It was like, I mean, I arrived in '92. It was already, you know, sanitized and everything, I guess, compared to the '70s, the '80s. It was, but at the same time, you know, that was like, when I told people in Chicago that I was moving here, they say, well, God bless you. They have in their minds, they still have the 80s, they still have the 80s. They had a lot of, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, I mean, like, and that was part of the madness, that, I mean, you could get killed just going to a party. It's like, how stupid is that, you know? Getting killed for going to a party. Like, a lot of, like, you know, I mean, I heard that more recently. I mean, like, talking about like 10 years ago. Especially if you was to go Midtown, whatever, you can, you know, if you wasn't careful, then you would be hiring. You will be hiring a pimp without you even knowing. Like, and that just happened to a lot of bitches, unfortunately, because you come from small town, you come from other country, whatever, and like, you know, that was, and you know, some of them, they was able to run away. I was like, I mean, they started eating the city you know, started like, because it was so much, you know, hustle, whatever they want to call it, so much, and the thing that it was the most characteristic, it was ruthless, ruthless, you know. I mean, I even seen like documentaries and stuff like that, that anybody like going to a party, you see murders, you see like, you know, people getting stabbed, whatever. I think it was like, I think Andy Warhol, something like that, talk about that he was in a party and this guy walked in with a knife in his back, dying for help. Everybody was just laughing and drunk and high. It was just like Rome. I mean, like, that's what I walked into. It was like towards the end of the decadence, but I mean, like, when I say, you know, open bar, I'm talking about, you know, top shelf. You know, and I think it was because I never felt, you know, hangover. I mean, I would stick to something, you know, to one night, and I would mix it up. I think, you know, later on it became more like, you know, just the alcoholics. But for a while, it seemed like it could work. It seemed like it could work because, like I said, they had a good system, you know, all over the planet with, I guess, the agency, the travel agencies or whatever, and, you know, I mean, like high rollers that wanted to just experience New York City, whatever, you know, then they would be like escorted, like whatever, into anywhere, like. So people was paying a lot of money just to have that experience, you know, like the after hours, especially after hours and stuff like that, taking them to all the clubs and stuff, and kind of, I guess not all of it, but I feel like a lot of them, you know, I could tell that they wanted to, like, you know, to just have excitement or something. You know, that's what I feel like. A lot of them, they just wanted to, and they wouldn't mind talking to anybody. Wouldn't mind talking to anybody. Like, unlike today, that just like, especially like, you know, Latin night, they would come like this. They was not like as unguarded as in the white clubs, but they were still like, you know, they wanted to. I mean, I don't know, whatever the fuck they were sold. It was sold bullshit. Son of a bitch. Staring right there. The whole freaking empty park. Just look at these people. It's a freaking empty park. Why you don't sit in front of somebody? And you're still reading my lips. So I put the music over here, like, son of a bitch. They never eat home. They'll eat out. Just squandered money like that. So I don't even know why oh my god, this is crazy. I went into the hospital and I went to the Limelight, the tunnel with the Palladium. Oh my god. I didn't get to see the good days of the Palladium though. I didn't get to see the sexual days in the bleachers. Oh my god, I can't believe like people are always in the freaking bleachers. I'm like, what's so weird?
Can you sit up?
Even if you don't like the lyrics, I just love the music. I want to know who made this music too, you know. Or was it Nipsey? Because you don't hear any of this. I mean, I'm not a hip hop or whatever, you know. Well, they're here. They're here.
My dreams come true. My life in
Those little babies.
Who knew?
Now I cannot find the damn crows. Oh, here they are. Where you are? You're having fun, huh? You're excited. You look so excited, everybody. Who knew? Oh, I gotta download this one without the dialogue.
Big body take both lanes. Backseat blowing propane. All black 5 gold chains. Young rich nigga bossed up on his own, man. My new shit sound like a soul train. Took you with him over cold train. Eric B by the rope chain. RC we for show bang. Tiny Lokes and they go crazy. What you know about the dope game? Was you born in the 80s?
Is falling in the
Have you
bed.
ever seen the whole thing? When you drove to the streets cause you grew up on show change. Fucked up when the dope bags. It remind me when these rappers drop guns and they close change. Part with the low
Well,
fade.
let's see how many
Stand in
came
front
in.
of Knicks with my sack for the whole day. Drive-bys, that was road
I
rage.
just felt this joy when they arrived. They were like, they all came
Old school
from.
play the OJs, trying to make a slow change. Mama still slaving for a low wage. Trying to double up. Yeah. 3 or 4 times.
They came out like they've been having like an experience of their lifetime, you know. They came all in. I love to put a camera on them. Go where they go all day. Wouldn't that be amazing? They're flying all over the city. Like they got their rituals. I don't know what they do. They disappear for hours. They disappear for hours. I've been sitting here some days. It's like, when they arrive. From where? I don't know where they come from. But yeah, those days was like, it's just like also the adrenaline. There was so much freaking adrenaline back then, you know, like, I mean, imagine how crazy I was. I was still like, you know, I was telling people in Chicago I was coming here, and they were like, they would go like this. They're gonna push you in the subway. People collecting insurance. A smart thing to do in this economy. I predict this winter fires are gonna be off the hook. You know, like they got insurance policy, so they take their money, take their losses, and they go someplace else. It's like, it's funny, like we all know we are dying slowly. You know, our economy, everything, like, you know, it's just like, and the game is like, don't say nothing. It's like one of those games, you know, that, you know, where your face is not supposed to even give you away, you know. You're like it's like charades, but I don't know. I mean, why there's a fire? I mean, like, I heard the fire department over here a lot in the summertime. In the summertime, right? no reason. I mean, the winter. I mean, people they leave a burner. People they live like, you know, a lot of people. I used to, before they changed the windows, I used to turn on the oven to heat up because those drafts was like. I know I was supposed to buy the plastic. I never did. I found that shit so depressing. I was supposed to put like, 'cause I have a lot of windows. To put all plastic in there. I don't know. But yeah, the 90s was stupid. Stupid because I mean it was not, you know, like there was no organic movements like in the 60s and the 70s where, you know, there was like artists, there was like, you know, people that actually wanted to do collective things, and you know, but I remember the 90s, it was just bullshit. The theme parties, they got like country parties, and that was the worry. That was the worry about. That was the worry about that you had to what you was gonna wear that night. And since I had just arrived, it was just like, you know, it was like, oh, I will find out through a publication, or somebody will call me once in a while because where is it? Oh, there it is. Right on top of this. Are you serious? Fuckers. I gotta do that shit all the time. So low. So freaking low. I mean, like around my apartment, I know that they have the X-ray. I know they're looking inside the apartments. I know because they're just freaking low. I mean, like, why do you like? I mean, I actually haven't really seen it. I don't know, but that's what they say. That they have X-ray cameras. They can see inside the apartment. I mean, I knew about it because that's how, you know, a lot of people who ask for ransom, whatever. Again, that's how they are found out. That's how they are found out, because they put like the X-rays and then they blow, you know, wherever they are. I think they are heat sensitive or something. And sometimes they go like 2 hours. They go. Start thinking about Vietnam. That shit was like, the people over there to this day, they hear a helicopter and they run. Shit is no joke. And now they got drones. Those are quiet. You don't even see them. They just go and like blew up. That's what Obama unleashed. The drone war. Instead of like saying, oh hell no, it's just ridiculous. Even if you prohibited them, they go like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Anyway, I'm gonna hang out. The sun is just, gonna go see what how my necklace is doing. It's 12:40 p.m. That's enough for me. Next time.